winning the gold medal, of course, right here in Atlanta in '96 has to be the number one career highlight as far as amateur wrestling. But what do you consider to be the number one highlight of your professional wrestling career?
Oh man, that's hard. I've done so much, and I had an unbelievable career in WWE. I really did. It was, as far as for that 6.5 year span that I was there, I don't think anyone could compare their career to that. But my career got better in TNA. I actually had a better career the last 7-8 years than I did the first 7. But, that comes with age. Rick will tell you it comes with experience, and I just got better. I had a better psychology, a better mind for it. And I don't regret going to TNA. I'm happy I did. I realized how hard you have to go in WWE and how tough it is. I look at guys like John Cena, and I wonder how he does it, how he stays on top that long. The kid is a bona fide badass. He is the epitome of what any pro wrestler should aspire to be. Guys like him that stay out of trouble, stay clean, and work 300 days a year and just don't stop. And he does it with class. And his work has improved 1,000,000% from when I was there. So,
yeah. Well,
guys like that, they come around once in a lifetime. And, I told Vince McMahon when I went with him last year, I said, if I kept my nose clean and I stay with you guys, I would have been John Cena because I was your guy and I was better than anyone else. And, I just want Vince to know I knew how good I was, But the truth is, I couldn't cut it. I couldn't stay there longer than I did, and that's why I don't regret it. And Dixie Carter and TNA, they took care of me. They took care of me physically, financially. If I wasn't up to wrestling and I didn't feel good, she let me have a few months off. It was an easier schedule. It was better for my health. It was just a better overall situation. And I, every day I still have fans ask me, why did you leave? Why don't you go back? The answer is, I couldn't do and I couldn't do the full-time schedule. If WWE would have said, hey, go part-time and let's do, the one TV a week and the pay-per-views, I would have stayed, but that wasn't the offer they were giving me. They wanted me full-time on the road, and I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So, my hat's off to Dixie Carter for doing what she did for me the last 8 years.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, just to chime in with you, Kurt, I totally agree with what you're saying about John Cena, and I don't know if you remember this, but I've told you this, I told John Cena this. I was watching SmackDown one night, and Cena had just come out of Louisville, and they had him run in on Kurt Angle. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, Jesus, this poor kid, he ain't got a chance. That kid stood toe-to-toe with you.
Yes, he did.
For about 10 minutes, and he never blew up. I said, he wasn't wrestling with you when you guys were slugging it out. And I said, this guy is going to blow up.
There was no selling in that match.
He never blew up. I couldn't believe it. I saw him, and I said, man, I don't like your gimmick, but you just stood toe-to-toe, which I didn't like his first gimmick. The
prototype.
I said, who thought of that? He said, I did. I said, I'm sorry.
I don't think he liked his first gimmick.
No, he did, though. At first he did, but it was kind of like a rap guy, right, or something like that? Or
yeah, he was the prototype
first. He was the prototype.
Yeah, but the fact he stood toe-to-toe with you, I said to myself, this guy's got a future, man.
I know, man.
I mean, he didn't blow up. John never blows up, but he doesn't do cardio. He's like Hunter. It's crazy.
I know. Yeah, Triple H is the same way, too, I know.
Who?
Did you say Hunter?
Yeah, Hunter doesn't he does cardio now because he only wrestles once a year, but
I didn't think he did back then, right?
He never did cardio, no.
Yeah,
I watch him, and he's one of those guys that, using a watch, he does one set every 8 minutes. You know what I mean? He's a Venice bodybuilder. And there's no cardio in that.
Yes.
There's no cardio in that. I mean, you end up looking like $1 million. But I try to tell people the conditioning, running on a treadmill or whatever your choice of cardiovascular equipment is, and I've tried them all. it's nothing like getting in the ring.